We begin with breaking news.
And that breaking news, the Caldor fire continues to spread in El Dorado County after starting more than 2 weeks ago. Crews have been able to make progress, though, on parts of the fire, allowing some people to actually go back to their properties. Dry conditions, low humidity were behind some of the fire spread today.
CAL FIRE says this fire has burned nearly 208,000 acres. 23% of the fire has containment lines around it. Nearly 600 homes have been destroyed. Another 32,000 are being threatened.
And we have team coverage on this as the fire burns tonight. Chief Meteorologist Mark Finan tracking where the active portions of the fire were today. Also, Brittany Hope is at the fire camp that's opening at Heavenly Ski Resort.
But first, we begin with KCRA 3's Melanie Wingo. After a long 2 weeks, some people are now being allowed to go back home. And Melanie, you spoke to some folks. I am sure they are happy to be back.
Oh, you bet, Brandy. We are on Carson Road right now, the main road that goes through Camino. We're right next to the post office where we saw lots of people out and about today. And we also got a chance to catch up with some people who are at the local restaurant tonight, enjoying a dinner. Very much happy to be there.
Regulars at the Forester Pub and Grill in Camino.
They got great food, great portions.
Explaining what they missed most about the restaurant during the evacuation order.
It's really nice to be able to come down the road here and sit down here and have a beer.
Brooke Hilton and his sons remember getting the notice they needed to leave their home 15 days ago.
It's like a lead weight dropped in your stomach.
For Chuck Yurgalevic and his son Jason, the order to be downgraded into a warning couldn't happen soon enough.
It's been miserable. I mean, to say the least. You don't want to experience it, trust me, because it's, lockdown in any type of situation is no good. You want to be able to come and go as you please.
You can't go out, or if you go out, you can't get back in.
Their family stayed back despite the order to take care of their Japanese maple nursery and help neighbors keep their farms watered. Relief, their home and property are safe right now, but they feel for nearby mountain neighbors who've lost so much.
It's heartbreaking to see like the whole Highway 50 kind of torched.
I think it's terrible. It's heartbreaking to see that there's been so many people that have been displaced.
Others in Camino planning to spend the night moving back in.
Get moved back in and get everything hung back on the walls and everything put back that we took with us.
An inconvenience to evacuate, yes, but people in this town understand why they needed to stay away.
It was all for our safety and the safety of a lot of people's property. So there's reasons for all that, as bad as it might seem to some.
And a reminder from CAL FIRE tonight, although the evacuation order for this part of the evacuation zone has been downgraded to an evacuation warning, they want you to remain vigilant about all of the fire activity. And also, they want you to be mindful of the fact that other communities that are very close by are still under those evacuation orders. So they want you to pay attention to emergency vehicles that may be coming and going, and also any roadblocks that may be set up. Reporting live in Camino tonight, Melanie Wingo, KCRA 3 News.
Definitely some good reminders. Melanie, thanks a lot.
Well, from there, we want to show you a look at the evacuation changes that happened today.
Yeah, this applies to parts of North Camino and Pollock Pines. This is only for areas north of Highway 50. Sly Park is not being repopulated right now. Tens of thousands of people do remain under evacuation orders. This map only includes the orders within California. It doesn't show those across the state line. You can see those orders stretch south into Amador County, out into Alpine County near Kirkwood. Again, the orders north of Highway 50 have been downgraded to warnings. Our crews also checked out this area just east of Kybers on Highway 50 today. While hundreds of homes and structures have been destroyed, other nearby homes have been saved. Some residents were able to wrap their homes in a thermal barrier. Officials say it reflects the heat off of the structure and ultimately stops embers from taking hold of the structure towards the bottom.
Those homes had, and that community was saved. They have nice clearing around the structures near the roadway. And then the firefighters come in to do prep work.
We also checked out several neighborhoods in Myers and didn't see any damage to homes there.
And there was some new fire activity to tell you about. This was near this was near Wrights Lake today. Wrights Lake. Live Copter 3 was over that area earlier this evening, north of 50. This flare up here taking place again north of Highway 50. And CAL FIRE is throwing a lot at this area. They are hitting it with helicopters and air tankers. And with that, we want to show you the latest numbers on this fire. It has burned nearly 208,000 acres. It is 23% contained. Nearly 600 homes have been destroyed.
And here's where the fire activity is now. This is north of Kybers. This is in an area popular with campers and hikers. The area was evacuated a long time ago.
And Live Copter 3 also got a shot of two big smoke plumes you see right here in the Riverton area. Now, it's important to note here that these are backfires set by CAL FIRE. This is all meant to just burn away fuel. Firefighters are making it very clear tonight that this is not a new fire.
And Chief Meteorologist Mark Finan, of course, has been following the growth of the fire today. And Mark, it doesn't appear to have done too much growth.
Not much, just in a couple of select areas, which is really good. This is the latest footprint of the fire, as we've been showing you, highlighted in red. I can show you the way it looked last night at this time, and we'll go around the perimeter of the fire to show you where we did see new growth today. I'll start with that area of fire that you saw. That's in Plum Creek, near the Riverton area. So if you saw that plume from down in Placerville, that's what it was, but they say that was a control burn. We go up here to the Wrights Lake area. This is actually one of the biggest areas of growth today. Highway 50 is here. Wrights Lake is here. Wrights Lake is still fine. The fire burned off to the east and to the north, but that was one of the biggest areas of growth during the day today. Let's go into the Tahoe Basin. We've been talking about this area that burned east of Highway 89, north of, I should say, south of Pioneer Trail. Notice how little that grew today. That's great. That fire really laid down during the day today. Also saw more growth on the southern side of the fire. So here's Kirkwood. Here's where it was last night. Here's where it was today. The village around Kirkwood is still okay. All the growth today was on the north side of Highway 88. And then if we go a little bit farther along this line, you'll see there was minimal growth along 88. And then if you go down here, this part of the fire, all of this area and the west side of the fire showing no growth at all since yesterday. This part of the fire has been really quiet for quite a while. Back to you.
All right, Mark. Thanks. Well, as the Caldor fire remains a threat to the Heavenly Ski Resort, crews are now focusing on protecting homes in that area.
KCRA 3's Brittany Hope is live there now. And Brittany, we know you've been monitoring Heavenly today. What is the latest on the new fire camp that has opened there?
So a lot more resources have come in tonight. You can probably hear the hum behind me. That's this massive semi here. It's a refrigerated truck that is just filled with food. By tomorrow morning, when this whole center should be set up, we know it's going to serve anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000 fire personnel. Here's a look at some video from earlier today when you could get a better view.
So what's going on here is we're building out a fire camp. We're going to be here for a little while fighting this fire, and they're going to build a small city behind me.
A small city starting to form in the Heavenly Ski Resort parking lot. The Caldor fire burning south of this ridge. Eric Gavon, the fire marshal for the Tahoe Douglas Fire Department, said this location is ideal for this new incident command center because it has a lot of space and is close to the flames. Set up today, any estimates on how long it'll be here?
I would think we're looking at weeks right now. But this is one of the largest incidents I've been involved in. So this is really, this is a tremendous effort.
It's about 3:30 right now, and the winds here are really starting to pick up. You can see that here on the barricades. This is the site of a new incident command center. You can see the parking lot is slowly starting to get a few more vehicles and resources, but later it's expected to be full. Through the day and into the early evening, we saw more resources arrive. Mobile restrooms, semis carrying lodging and bedding, fire personnel, and dozers. Gavon says there are 4,000 firefighters working the Caldor fire. A third to one half of them will be using this space once it's completed tomorrow to sleep, eat, refuel, recharge, and strategize.
Put a lot of lines around here to keep that fire from impinging on this area if it were to get this far. We're hoping it doesn't get over this next ridge.
Those crews have been working for days to protect the ski resort and the surrounding neighborhood. We saw dozers digging lines today, and last night our cameras captured this. Snow machines spraying water to dampen the fuel below and add humidity to the air. Tonight, crews say their biggest priority is protecting Heavenly and the homes around it, which tonight are still standing. And right now, here is a live look at one of the slopes here at Heavenly. You can just see how thick and ashy the whole atmosphere is really right now. A big question that so many of you have been asking us, especially those who live in the South Lake Tahoe region, is when will I be able to go home? And I asked that today. Fire officials said there's really no exact timeline. Fire is still too active right now. They also did note before they even think about repopulation, they have to go and check out gas lines, water lines, electric poles, and lines up in the air as well to make sure that they are safe before folks can finally go home. We're live here at Heavenly. Brittany Hope, KCRA 3 News.
Yeah, definitely a lot to still figure out before folks can go back. Brittany, thanks a lot. And earlier this afternoon, we saw the fire burning south of Christmas Valley on the east side of Highway 89, putting up a lot of smoke there. Crews utilized helicopters to drop water on the area. Meanwhile, dozens of hand crews were doing a lot of work on the ground. They're using hose and chainsaws to clear out some of the vegetation that hasn't burned yet.
And we can show you how firefighters are working and planning to protect homes in South Lake Tahoe. So in this first map here, we can show you where the fire has burned so far. After jumping Highway 89 right here in Christmas Valley, it headed eastward, and in some areas it actually has been steered away from neighborhoods up here along Pioneer Trail. There are neighborhoods all through here and of course down in Christmas Valley. Now that wasn't luck. That was because of all the hard work by hand and dozer crews down on the ground. So in the second map here, we can show you where CAL FIRE has actually cut some new dozer lines. You can clearly see where that is right now. And the interesting thing here is they run right along, excuse me, the neighborhoods right there in Christmas Valley and along another area along Pioneer Trail. And you can see basically how that fire burned pretty much right up to that dozer line. So far, those lines are holding, which is good news. Fire crews are positioned in those neighborhoods to attack any spot fires if they need to. So far, so good there. The fire continuing to burning eastward, but it is nearing a fuel break in that area. We can show you a line here where that fuel break is located. That's this one right up here. Now, this one runs behind Heavenly Ski Resort, and there are trails there, a fire road, some power lines in the area, and that's created a fire break where crews and equipment can attack the fire as it comes to them. And then finally, we can show you where CAL FIRE was working today. Now, this is another dozer line way up here. We're almost getting to the southern end of South Lake Tahoe there. This one's to protect neighborhoods that are close to Heavenly Resort. This line will tie into the line that was already cut right here. You can see them all kind of converging there. That's the line of defense CAL FIRE has been setting up. It requires hard work, obviously, on the ground. The key will be if those dozer lines can hold. Have to remember here, dozer lines were cut in the Strawberry area, and we know that fire was able to burn right through those.
And as Mark mentioned, the fire is burning near Kirkwood. Crews detailed how they plan to stop the flames before it gets to town.
We've got some hotshot crews and multiple engines and helicopters working in there right now. Currently, they've got a good plan in place trying to cut this finger off before it comes into the community of Kirkwood itself. Last update I had, they're still getting a few spot fires that are flying out down towards the community there. But we've got the aircraft is working with our folks.
Now, California has now secured a presidential emergency declaration for the Caldor fire. Direct federal assistance will be given to El Dorado, Amador, Alpine, and Placer counties to help bring more aid to this fire. The declaration was made within hours of Governor Newsom's request today. And Governor Newsom was visiting Camp Sacramento this morning. The family camp near Strawberry appears to have escaped pretty much all destruction from the fire. The governor is praising the work of fire crews there, protecting the camp and other homes and cabins in that area. He also talked about the devastation being left behind as California continues to battle historic fires across the state.
Well, I think you hit it on the head. It's loss. And I think that's really the story. I mean, the last couple of years, right? The anxiety, the loss, the fear. And now you see loss of lifestyles, places, traditions. Grizzly Flats wiped off the map. Greenville wiped off the map. Prior to that, up there, Paradise. So it's remarkable to put in perspective what we're up against in the context of a different kind of language and understanding of what this means for communities that have been completely torn asunder.